You're my student. You do not school me. If you think that you understand something better than me, by all means, bring it to the table. I invite you to challenge my spiritual mastery. I encourage you. I dare you. But I assure you, you probably don't. And if you don't want to bring it to the table and clearly challenge my mastery and enlighten me, then you should shut the fuck up and listen. And if you can't do that, you will not be able to sustain yourself here. And the debt that you incur by lying here is only going to accrue. So this should make it feel really safe to be vulnerable. It should feel really safe to relax into the spiritual principles that we have established ourselves upon. If you do not feel safe here, bring it up, because this is supposed to be a really safe sanctuary, a safe container for love. That's the only way that it grows. If it's not a safe sanctuary for my love, then I'm not going to invest in it. But I'm not going to accept an unsafe sanctuary for very long. And once I learn the principles, once we've mastered, once we've loved, once we've patched the holes, we only rise. Excuse me, if you haven't noticed, in all the years we've been doing this, it's been a straight shot upward overall. And that's never going to change because of what we understand about reality. So, no more engagements or marriages without exclusive permission of the Church of Union. Do not proceed beyond this point without exclusive, explicit permission with the Church of Union. And if you choose to, and I know some of you are very close to this line, then leave. Or we will politely ask you to leave. We're not going to keep around those who would leech from us. And this is a really, really sacred, intimate, important, big thing, harmonious union, that we take very seriously. This is the core of Twin Flames universe, is harmonious union. And the Church of Union is built on harmonious union. Creating a heaven on earth is done with a foundation of harmonious union.
This is what we've been here for, and this is our core partnership with you. It's harmonious twin flame union and marriage into the Church of Union. That's the core. That's the fundamental purpose and reason of our relationship. And if you're not here to partner with us in doing that, like, get honest with yourself, because we quite frankly feel robbed. And I'm not going to sit here and allow my family and my work and my spiritual community to be robbed in my church. You don't have a place here, and honestly, like, it hurts to see that. So if you know of anyone that is engaged, you know,
if you're considering getting
or
engaged,
if you're considering yourself, you know,
partner with the church.
Please pass on this message to them.
Or fuck off. And actually, when you fuck off, that's it. Gone. Bye. You have expended your opportunity.
Right. And this is not in any way unreasonable, what Jeff and I are saying and what we're asking.
It's excruciatingly generous, as always.
It's generous. And once again, it's the whole reason why we're here. So no one's going to blame me for that. So let's wrap this up. This is a part of us raising the standard, or not even raising, but enforcing the high standard we've set a long time ago. And all those who have been gaming this standard and taking and manipulating, you're going to get honest. If you come here to take and rob, karma will get you. And this is not a place to play games with karma, because the vibe is so high. And you cannot afford to game us. And God has a very particular agenda with this work and this community. And you don't want to treat God with disrespect here. I highly advise against it.
And God has never left me in a state of being taken advantage of for very long. And on the other side, those who have taken advantage of me are not happy with their relationship with God, the source of all their good. So, this community and this teaching, and Shaleia and I, this church of grace, protected very well by God. And in enforcing this standard across the board, we are stepping into a new chapter for the church and Twin Flames universe, where we are transforming, transcending, evolving, going to the next level. And this means work. This means enforcing standards. And this means honoring the relationship that we have here. And it's a gorgeous, divine, spectacular high relationship that we don't allow you to take advantage of. But if you honor that relationship, you're going to have a life of heaven. And that's what we're doing all this for. So, agree or not, we're moving forward. And God bless you.
And please make it a priority to attain your harmonious twin flame union.
And to acknowledge the blocks in front of you.
Work on the blocks. That's why you're here, isn't it?
And that's what you come to me for, is to learn the spiritual work and to do it. And one more thing. If your man is outside the community and you met him through the community, or if your man's outside the community or teetering and you are here in the community and you're loving and supporting him with the community, you need to make him aware that the love and support you're giving him comes from the community.
Not from you specifically.
Because if you're allowing your man to disrespect and abuse the community, you're allowing him to disrespect and abuse you and me. And I don't take that. Maybe you're okay with it, but I'm not. And it will destroy your relationship with me if you do not uphold your relationship with me with him or her.
Right. This is what we saw with Dan and Deanna. And other
Dan
times.
eroded the relationship with the community in Deanna, and Deanna allowed it.
Allowed it. So permissive. Because she thought she was getting everything she wanted, you know, all the love, attention, and affection from her man, and that it didn't actually come, you know,
from what we taught her.
From what we taught her.
And what we're supporting her in. Don't be a Dan and Deanna.
Don't be a Deanna and a Dan.
And don't allow your twin flame to rob you. And recognize where this love and support in your life is coming from.
You should make your twin flame highly aware of where he's getting his good.
It's this community.
It's this community.
It's this teaching. And if he wants to be a little rat bastard and deny it, well, then he should not be getting any of this energy. And if you want to be a little rat bastard and let him get away with it, then you're going to pay the price.
You're going to pay the ultimate price.
It's your job to enforce the standards to him that allow him to have a wonderful life. It's your job to discipline him and uphold and uplift him, not let him bring you both down.
Not enable this dark behavior that descends your consciousness and, you know, puts you on the outskirts or completely out of this community.
And all of this is part of the teaching.
And then your relationship with your twin flame is
garbage.
Basically garbage. So you need to protect what you have here, and you need to make the reality very clear to your twin flame where this good and love is coming from, because they're living in a delusion that it comes just from you, and they'll take you away from this community and from this teaching.
Many times we've seen this happen.
This has happened so many times.
Many times.
You've seen it in TFAS. Come on. So, yeah, like the proof is more than in the pudding. And if you want to protect your union for the sake of your union and your harmonious twin flame union, you're going to put appropriate boundaries on your twin flame, and you're going to have the expectation that I believe someday, I mean, they need to be joining you in here in this.
And your
they
family.
They have to be.
And your friends. And your all your relationships, appropriate boundaries.
Right.
You didn't get this alone. And you should not be taking sole credit for all of this wonderful good in your life. If you are not honoring where this comes from, you are going to pay. If you're pretending it's all you,
It ain't.
if you're pretending this mastery is you and yours and had nothing to do with anyone else, your friends and family and Twin Flame will glorify you in my place. And then you will pay.
That's very rude.
That is silly. It's like you took my
No,
shit
really
and said, this
inappropriate.
is you. Look at me. Look at me. Look what I've done. And it's not you who's done it. It's me. I've done it. You must honor the relationship. And that's all I'm asking.
Mm-hmm.
This is really simple and basic. Honor the relationship. And there's been plenty of time for you to sort through all this bullshit to honor what I'm giving.
Mm-hmm.
Or fuck off. Don't care either way. Really don't care.
Well, I think we made our point. More than made our point. I think we've been very thorough. Of course, if you have any questions, comments, etc., thoughts, please ask in the comments below, and we'll be happy to answer them.
I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And if you don't think that, fuck off. Bye!